Hi guys, welcome to another video from Little to Simple. In the early 2000s, a new era of aviation took off in India, breaking away from the exclusivity of air travel. For the first time, the skies were not just for the wealthy elite. Ordinary Indians had the opportunity to fly, thanks to one man's revolutionary vision. This is the story of Deccan Airlines, India's first low-cost airline, and the man who led this transformation, Captain G.R. Gopinath. Today, we dive deep into how Deccan Airlines not only reshaped India's aviation industry, but also redefined the dreams of millions. From its ambitious rise to its eventual fall, Deccan Airlines' journey was nothing short of a roller coaster. But first, let's rewind a bit to understand the backdrop of Indian aviation. Before Deccan Airlines, air travel in India was considered a luxury for the wealthy. The Indian skies were dominated by government-controlled airlines like Air India and Indian Airlines, with a few private players joining the scene post-liberalization in the 1990s. However, these carriers largely catered to premium and middle-class travelers, and flying was an expensive affair. A one-way domestic flight could cost thousands of rupees, a figure out of reach for most Indians. Even though India was rapidly liberalizing, the aviation sector lagged, with limited connectivity, high prices, and few options for budget-conscious travelers. This was where Captain G.R. Gopinath spotted an opportunity. A retired army officer with a passion for aviation, Gopinath envisioned a new model that would make flying accessible to the masses, and in 2003, he set out to turn his dream into reality with Air Deccan. Captain Goru Ramaswamy Iyengar Gopinath, or simply G.R. Gopinath, hailed from a small village in Karnataka. He joined the Indian Army and later started dabbling in business. After experiencing aviation during his army tenure, Gopinath's fascination with flying only grew. He first experimented with a helicopter charter service, which was moderately successful but mainly catered to VIPs and businesses. His real breakthrough idea, however, was inspired by low-cost carriers like Southwest Airlines in the United States and Ryanair in Europe. These airlines proved that low-cost models could thrive by focusing on efficiency, reducing costs, and offering bare-bones services. Gopinath envisioned the same for India, a no-frills airline that could serve the common man. This dream culminated in the birth of Air Deccan in 2003, India's first low-cost airline. Simplify, Air Deccan was launched with a clear mission: make air travel affordable and accessible. The airline's operational model was straightforward: operate with smaller, single-class planes, sell tickets at the lowest possible prices, and eliminate unnecessary frills. There were no complimentary meals, no first-class sections, and certainly no luxury amenities. Air Deccan's focus was solely on one thing: low-cost travel. Captain Gopinath's strategy also involved focusing on underserved routes. While other airlines concentrated on major cities, Air Deccan expanded into Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities, connecting smaller towns to big metros. This approach not only reduced competition but also addressed a demand gap, bringing air travel to areas previously ignored by the large carriers. Perhaps Air Deccan's most iconic and disruptive move was the introduction of the RE1 ticket. Yes, you heard that right. While only a few seats per flight were offered at this price, it sparked a frenzy and symbolized Deccan's vision of affordable air travel. The media went wild with stories of people traveling across country for a single rupee. For the average Indian, this was unheard of. However, behind the scenes, Deccan's model relied on a mix of higher fares for last-minute bookings to compensate for ultra-low ticket prices in advance. This was a smart strategy to fill seats quickly, and it introduced a whole new booking culture in India. Air Deccan's no-frills model wasn't without its challenges. The airline quickly gained a reputation for flight delays, cancellations, and other operational issues. Infrastructure was often lacking at the smaller airports Air Deccan served, and the airline faced frequent technical setbacks. Customer service standards were also at a point of criticism, as passengers used to traditional airlines struggled with the striped-down experience. The criticism did not stop here. Competitors dismissed Deccan as unsustainable, predicting that the low-cost model couldn't survive India's high operational costs and regulatory burdens, and indeed, financial troubles soon became apparent. Despite its growing popularity, Air Deccan struggled to maintain profitability. Fuel prices soared, and India's regulatory framework imposed heavy taxes on aviation fuel, making operations even more costly. Deccan also grappled with debt as it rapidly expanded its fleet and network. Despite its challenges, Air Deccan's success inspired a wave of new low-cost airlines in India. Soon, carriers like SpiceJet and Indigo entered the scene, adopting the low-cost model but refining it based on the lessons Deccan had learned. This increased competition brought more choices for travelers and ultimately forced Air Deccan to re-evaluate its strategies. In 2007, as financial pressures mounted, Captain Gopinath made the tough decision to sell a controlling stake in Air Deccan to Kingfisher Airlines, owned by Vijay Mallya. The idea was that the merger could create a synergy between Deccan's low-cost efficiency and Kingfisher's premium appeal. However, this union of opposites faced friction from the start. While Kingfisher branded Air Deccan as Kingfisher Red, combining premium and low-cost models was challenging. Kingfisher was struggling financially, and Air Deccan's low-cost strategy conflicted with Mallya's brand vision. In 2011, Kingfisher Airlines discontinued its low-cost operations altogether, bringing the curtain down on Air Deccan's independent journey. Although Air Deccan's journey as an airline came to an end, its impact on Indian aviation was profound and lasting. It pioneered the low-cost carrier model in India, a strategy that is now the backbone of the country's aviation industry. Today, airlines like Indigo, SpiceJet, and Go Air dominate the Indian skies with a low-cost focus, following the path Deccan laid out. Air Deccan also changed the way Indians thought about air travel. Before Air Deccan, flying was a luxury, but after its rise, flying became a viable option for millions, encouraging a surge in domestic tourism and economic growth in remote areas. Captain Gopinath's vision redefined the dreams of an entire generation. His RE1 ticket idea and the drive to connect underserved towns allowed people from every walk of life to the dream of flying. Deccan's legacy reminds us that a disruptive idea, even if short-lived, can change industries, challenge norms, and empower ordinary people. After the merger and eventual demise of Air Deccan, Captain Gopinath remained a prominent voice in aviation and business. He wrote books on his journey, including Simply Fly, which was later adapted into a Bollywood movie. Today, Gopinath is seen as a visionary who dared to dream big and make flying accessible to India's masses. The story of Air Deccan is a story of ambition, risk-taking, and disruption. While Air Deccan may no longer be flying, its impact on Indian skies is permanent. Today, every affordable flight you book, every no-frills airline you fly with is a testament to a dream that took off in 2003. Captain Gopinath, through Air Deccan, broke barriers, challenged conventions, and forever changed the way Indians look at the sky. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this story of India's aviation revolution, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more inspiring stories from the world of business and innovation. Comment below if you or someone you know has been impacted by Air Deccan's story, or if you have your own memories of the RE1 ticket days. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Until next time, keep dreaming big and reaching for the skies.